Okay, the title of this video is going to be how they lead us on. Lie to us, talking about people who are targeted by the gang stalking program. They get you surrounded by narcissists, right? Family members, friends, fake ass girlfriends, lie, I've been put my trust, totally put my trust in the wrong people. Now I'm totally done with it, and I'm totally just want to be by myself. I love being by myself, and that's why I'm leaving. I'm totally done. Totally done. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. I'm done with it. And I'm going to keep standing on my fucking truth, man. Keep putting these videos out. If anybody wants to do an interview, I'd be glad to do an interview with you. I'm going to put a link in the comment section on this video or the next one. Being led on, lied to, whatever, by people that think they can get away with it. They think they can get away with it. But I'm telling you right now, they haven't gotten away with shit. Because I know what they're doing. Weak ass people trying to make comments. Just tired of it, man. Tired of, I'm not going to deal with my brother. I'm not going to deal with any of them. Fake ass people. So that's just it's not going to be a long one. It's just going to be being led on by some of these corporations, some of these people. I said being set up, man. That was the title of the first video when I came back from Minnesota, the setup. Because I was on my way of leaving Indiana, how bad they've been doing my car and doing other things. I've had to, do stuff. And that's why I'm leaving. So, done with the fake family members, done with the fake people and friends, just all of it, man. I'm just done. I'm totally checked out. Totally checked out. Totally checked out. Totally checked out. And I'm glad I am. Best decision I made was being checked out of the Matrix, guys. Not in the Matrix, not trying to be programmed. You can't control my mind. You can't gaslight or lie to me. You can try. You might get away with it once or twice, but I'm going to realize it pretty soon. A lot quicker than I did before. A lot quicker. A lot sooner. And then I'm going to be done. And then I'll just walk away and never talk to you again. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine with me. So it's just being let down time and time again by putting my trust in people I should have never put my trust in. Time and time again. Time and time again. That's why I don't socialize with people. Because I'm telling you, and there's other channels out there. Somehow they carefully pick these people to be in your life, right? Old friends, new, whatever, doesn't matter. It's not only that; it's other situations, W-2 blacklisting, which I don't care. That's part of the Matrix, so I don't really care if you're going to do that because I still make money outside the Matrix. I make money without their approval. I don't get the approval of some douchebag that works for a company. I don't get his approval. I don't need his fucking approval. I don't need a yes or no from a manager's boss's 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 boss. That's the loser way of life. That's a total loser way, man. I don't do that way. That's something I won't do because it's off limits. So if you want that, if these elites and these guys running this program, they won't let me go to college either, by the way, guys. I was a straight A student, graduated high school early. Not being cocky and not being arrogant, it is what it is. It's a sad truth that these organized stalkers have to, they have to accept. It's a sad truth that they have to adhere to. It's a sad reality that most of them don't even have what I have. It's a sad reality that they have lost in every way imaginable, as far as skill set, knowledge, intelligence, IQ, dick size. My dick is bigger than their dick. I can jump higher than them, move faster than them, and they're mad. They're mad. Okay, good. I'm glad you're slow. I'm glad you have a small dick, because I don't have a small dick. So you can fuck off. You have a small dick and work for corporate America. Good for you, buddy. You're not impressing anybody. Fucking retard. That goes to any organized stalker who works for DoorDash too, because a lot of those guys will pick your food up and won't eat. They'll eat your food, probably from the money that you made outside the Matrix, and they'll eat your food for the money that you paid for on your meal. Oh, I forgot part of the meal or this or that. Well, a lot of organized stalkers work for DoorDash. Let me tell you right now, a lot of them do. They are hiring Satanists and they're hiring witches. Those are the type of motherfuckers that they hire. Those are the type of cocksucker losers that they hire. Douchebags. Only douchebags. Everybody else, you know what they doing? You know what they doing to everybody else? Oh, you're on a wait list. You're on a wait list. You gotta wait. I ain't gonna wait. I ain't gonna wait for my money. I ain't gonna wait for you to say yes or no. Fuck that shit. That's why let me list a few things on why working a job is dead. W-2 jobs are totally dead in the fucking water. Let me tell you why. Let me enlighten you. Okay, the low rate of pay, low ass rate of pay is the biggest one. The second, they tax the fuck out of you. The third one, you got to wait for your fucking money. Weeks. My bills don't wait weeks, so why should I? Right? I can't just hold my breath. Oh, I'll wait weeks. I'll just wait. I'll just be patient. No, I won't. And then, so that's why I'm going to do an FBI background check this week too, guys, and I'll give you an update on that. See if the FBI's wrongfully listed me on some sort of terrorist watch list or something. Tired of it. Totally tired of it. Been through it. Been blacklisted literally from, certain databases, certain systems. They've put my name on wrongfully too. Now, illegally, they have ran this operation on me for the past 15 years. The past 15 years of my life. That's a lot of time that has been not wasted, but that's just a lot of time. It's like doing a life sentence, and they're trying to turn my life into a prison that's not a prison because they're trying to control me and it's not working. I'm an uncontrollable human being. I'm non-programmable. You can't program me. You can't control me. You can't try to understand my next move. You can't try to say yes or no. You can control what you have control over. And if they want you to rely on them for certain things. So don't rely on anybody for shit. Don't rely on it. It's just the biggest thing I learned. Don't rely on anybody for shit. I rely on my clients and my markets. It's to the point, man, where I was about to move and I got led on by another gaslighting, lying girl. Right? So I got led on by her for a couple months. Pretty sure now I'm just done with it. Just done with all of it. And whoever wants to live their fake paradise, go ahead, live your fake paradise. Organized stalkers, you guys are living a fake ass life. You're living a double life. You're an agent, you're a sleeper, and you're a fucking liar. And that's what it is. You are. They are. Organized stalkers live fake ass lives and portray to everybody else that they're real as shit. And they would never do that. They would never say this or that, and they do all the time. and they contradict themselves. So don't trust people that are nice to you guys, that are approaching you and trying to get, they're probing you. They're trying to get information. They're trying to learn what you know. They're trying to use reverse psychology to understand certain things and to use it in their own business or whatever the situation calls for. Okay. Maybe it's a lot of times too, these, criminals they'll give these criminals, houses, they'll give them whatever, certain assets to participate with this program. They'll give them certain stuff. You got to be mindful and aware of your surroundings and what's going on. Because that's really what the hell is going on. Okay? There's a lot of shit that's going on. The FBI is evil. The CIA is evil. The government is, all in all, evil. I've never liked the government. I've never liked the government. I used to think that there was this, grandiose belief about how they're the good guys and all this and that. No, they're all bad. They're all evil. Every last, almost one of them is not a good person in any way. They're accomplished liars and deceivers that work in the highest levels of our government. Work at these major corporations. I was having a conversation with a guy yesterday who I believe is the target, but I'm not too sure. And he was telling me how they target people who live outside the system. Stuff I already knew. How the corporations are evil. All the presidents are rigged. Of course they are. It's time to wake up. Of course they are. The elections are all bullshit. They've always been bullshit. It's been a complete lie since fucking day one. When we all vote, that's an illusion to make it seem like we have freedom. We don't have freedom. There is no freedom. And then that's why they're mad at me. Because I'm trying, actually being successful, not just trying. I'm actually being successful and winning at being, living outside the system. So, it is what it is. I've taken the red pill. I'm going to keep taking the red pill. And I'm not going to feel bad about when liars and gaslighters say that it's me. Yeah, they'll piss you off. Yeah, they'll make you mad and piss you off. And you know what? Then they will lead you on. That's the biggest thing. Lead you on into a trap. Lead you on into a setup. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to get out on this video, is how they want to just befriend you. Okay, they want to. I've had so many of them do this. I've been through it, like I said, for the past 17 years. I would know. If it's somebody who would know, I would know. I know what the fuck time it is. I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I figured out human psychology years ago. Years ago. I've mastered it. And I'm only getting better at it. We got to understand how people react the way they do and why they're doing what they're doing. They're either on my side or they're manipulating me. And, that's desperate. The next video is going to be called how they're desperate, or why these people are, why the organized stalkers are so desperate. Okay, they are completely desperate for validation, attention, this and that. Try to steal my destiny. They want a destiny swap. They want to wear what we're wearing. They want to damage my clothes. Steal certain shit. So if I wasn't popular, the chick that I just messed with said I wasn't popular. You're not the only one, this and that, this and that. Well, if that was true, why would I have so many people hating on me then? You know what I mean? And I'm not doing anything wrong to them. I've never even talked to them. I don't even know their name. I don't even know who the fuck they are. But they hate me. They just hate me. you know, and I've never even had a conversation with these people. But yeah, they still hate me. They really do. They're in the matrix. That's why. They're programmed. They're brainwashed. They're delusional. I don't trust most people, man. I've learned it myself. I'm speaking for myself. I really am not giving any advice on these videos. This is venting. I'm putting it out there. I'm tired of it. Been doing it for too long. The one and only life I get is just, you know, douchebags after douchebag coming into the woodwork. And I know it. And I'm not going to shrink down and say I don't know it. I do know what I know. I'm not going to be minimized. I'm not going to be ignored. They're not going to continue to do what they're doing. They're going to get a fucking fat lawsuit this week on top of my personal injury that I have already won. They're processing my fucking payment so they can all fuck off. They can all fuck off. I'll come out on top again. It's cool. I'll come on top out another time. It's cool. I'm glad that they're mad because you know what? When they get mad like that, that shows me who they are. That shows me what deck they're playing with. That shows me what their true intentions are, their true motives. It really does, man. It really does. It's desperate. That's why the next one's going to be called Desperation. I'm not desperate. Do you think as a full-grown man, I worry about what another full-grown man is doing with his day? Unless you cross me, then we got a problem. Like, unless you cross me, then we have a real problem, a real issue. Then there's an issue there, and I will fight. That's not an issue. That's not a problem for me. I'm not afraid to fight. I'm not afraid to whoop some ass. Because I've done it many fucking times. I'm not afraid to kick their pussy ass. Not afraid. Not afraid. So for them to think I'm afraid is an understatement. Minimization. He's afraid of this and that. Dude, I'm not afraid of you people. I'm not afraid of you people. Come at me. In fact, come at me harder. I don't care. And if you need to come at me even harder than you're coming at me. That proves even more. I tell these pussies, they hit like bitches, man. They hit like bitches. They hit like pussy-ass, soft-ass, small dick-ass pussies. And I'm not afraid of that. So that's not going to knock me. I'm not easy to knock off my feet. So if you're going to think that's going to knock me off my feet, you got another thing coming, buddy. You got another thing coming. You weak-ass pussy. You weak pussy. You know, they do. And that's all these people. That's all these people doing this shit. They'd have been doing it. You're a weak-ass pussy. If you're going to do that. Behind my back. Coward. Total cowards. That's why I make these videos, guys. If you want to do an interview about organized stalking and harassment, I am down 7 days a week. Okay, I'm not always available, but if there's a day and it's not going to be scheduled, then we can do that. I'm game for that. We can go ahead and pursue that. We should. At this point, we should carefully document everything that's going on around me. Carefully take notes, carefully observe, carefully create records of information. Pictures, videotape. I try to videotape one of the chicks. Not one of them. I'm only messing with one chick at a time here, but I videotaped the chick, didn't want to get videotaped, didn't want to this and that, get caught lying. So, again, honeypot situations are real. Don't fall for them. I'll make another video. It's going to be called The Honeypot. After The Desperation. So The Desperation, The Honeypot, those will be the next two videos. After this video, the lead on, being led on. Being led astray, led on, deceived, and gaslighted. It's like somebody else said, it's a deadly game of manipulation and deception. Deadly, it's a fatal. See, if you believe these liars and you try to go back to being innocent with these liars, they're going to keep running game. What I call running game. If you allow them to run game, the game works for them, not for us. Okay? The game works for them. It doesn't work for us. And the liars can continue to get away with what they want to get away with because we keep going back to them and keep trusting. Oh, I love you. You're my family. You're my friend. I love you. You know, I've given you chance after chance, dude. And whoever. My mom won't talk to me. Blocked. Grandma won't talk to me. Blocked. No reason to fucking block my phone number. I have given them no reason but shown love and true compassion. And this is what I get. This is what I get in return. Disrespect, blocked, and led on, you know, led astray. That's what I get in return. No love, no compassion back. No, hey, thank you. No, hey, I'll hold the door for you. No, hey, buddy, I appreciate you. I sincerely do. Not just because I'm convenient or accessible or a tampon, an emotional tampon for these people. I'm not your fucking tampon. I'm not your bitch. I'm not your doormat. So that is fucking retarded that they would think that to begin with. Like I said, they're the organized stalking cult and multiple cults that go under different names. These people are brainwashed from a very young age from psychopaths. Their parents that are psychopathic, okay, narcissistic. Most of their parents hate their own kids. That's why they're constantly playing pissing match. They secretly hate their own kids the same way mine do. They secretly hate their own kids and they beat their own ass. That's the other thing. Narcissists beat their own asses. They beat the shit out of each other and then they go and they agree to go beat the shit out of more people. Not physically. Sometimes they will. With me, that's not easy, so they're very careful on how they're doing it. No, they just would rather mess with my car. They would rather, you know, mess with my car while I'm asleep. Or, you know, put something in my food. They would rather play dirty. Those are what we call dirty players. That's what I call a dirty player right there. Put laxatives in your drinks or, you know, something. They've laced my tea before. They've drugged it. They tried to sexually get some sexual stuff going. So yeah, don't believe what these people are telling you. These organized stalkers, they are complete liars, man. They completely are haters, and they're cult members, and they've been brainwashed. They've been fucking brainwashed. And I fucking hate them. I do. I fucking hate them. Nice try. You know, then they come at me harder. Like I said, bring it on. I've got everything to lose here. Bring it on. You know, I'm not going to let you take my car. I'm not going to let you take my shit. My clothing is not your clothing. My, you know, whatever I buy for myself or do or accomplish is not some other man's accomplishment. That's mine. They're not going to get the credit that they don't deserve anymore. That's what I'm getting at. So by them leading me on, whoever's targeted, they think they've got the upper hand. They think they've got the advantage. Oh, you rely on me in some way, one way or the other. No, I don't. No, actually, never I did. And actually now I don't seek their validation and don't care. Sincerely, I really don't care at this point. Where I'm at, I don't care. I don't need recognition. I don't need validation. I don't need friends. I've got one other dude, and I've got you guys on here that are saying this stuff. That's why they don't want us to meet up in real life. That's why they try to kill us, because they're trying to keep this whole fucking fake narrative alive about part of the population that's not even crazy or mentally ill, and telling people that we are. That's a crime in and of itself, and then invading my privacy is another crime on top of other crimes being committed. So it's all about, they don't care about really, they just want to make sure that we don't appear completely credible. Okay, that we appear to be in a damaged vehicle, or something's got to be off, because that's the fake ass narrative that they've sold everyone about us. That's the fake ass story that these liars keep going on. That's all they've got. They're desperate. Again. So with that, I'm going to get going, guys. Be safe, and don't be deceived. Don't be led on. It could cost you your life. They could really, they run traps. They run bait and switch. Don't. I'm trying to warn you. I'm not giving any advice on any of my videos. I am warning people. These people are deadly, and they do kill people, and sometimes they do really kill people. Okay, but they would rather just see you have a miserable life. That's a slow way of kill. They would rather see you be. They would rather deprive you and degrade you, because that fulfills their empty ass soul, their empty ass spirit. That fulfills their narcissism, and it fulfills the demons that are dwelling within or around them. So they don't believe in all that, though. They believe Lucifer's king, and they're in the golden age, and they're going to be they're going to be winning, and it's a big win for them. They're going to win. They're going to win. You just got to keep running Olympic games on us, and the Hunger Game Olympics, and they're going to win no matter what. So with that, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Bye.